Hi, welcome back to BSC Army, the first decentralized autonomous organization for social media industry on Binance Smart Chain. I'm Kristen and I'll be the host for our live AMA session today with John and Adrian from CoinFluence. So we're broadcasting from the BSC Army YouTube channel. So if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification for other interesting videos that are coming up every week. We'll be having two interesting giveaways today as usual. The first one is the pre-like giveaway and the second one is the in-like giveaway. So the first one is the one that has been posted on our BSC Army Twitter account before, where we will pick 5 lucky winners. And the second one, the in-live giveaway, is where 5 of the best comments/questions will be picked by me during our live. And don't forget to put your Telegram username in the comments so that it will make our rewarding process so much easier. So those two giveaway will be rewarded 200 USDTs in total. So stay tuned for that. And another special part that we're having today is the bounty program that is posted on our BSC Army Twitter account. So that is a pool for the top referrals, which is rewarded in total of $70,000 CFLU tokens, and like $500 will be rewarded for 10 random winners. The instructions and all of that are really easy to follow, so keep your eyes on our Twitter account, BSC Army, and follow that program for your money. So right now we'll get right started into our introduction about CoinFluence. So John, Adrian, can you hear me well?
I can hear you. Hi, Kristen. How are you doing?
Great, I'm doing good. So would two of you, would you like to give a little introduction about what are your positions in project and what is your project about overall?
Sure, Adrian, you want me to go first? You're on mute there, buddy. You're on mute, so I'll go first. How does that sound?
Here you go first.
I'll take it.
That was the reason I was on mute.
So everyone, my name is John. I'm at Inspired Eggs on Twitter and Telegram. I'm the Chief Technology Officer here at CoinFluence. And basically, yeah, my background, about the last 25 years in tech, last 4 or 5 years involved in different types of blockchain projects. So very happy to be here with CoinFluence.
Okay, nice introduction, John. So I'm Adrian. I'm the CEO of CoinFluence. I'm not that experienced as John. I just have 10 years in technology and around 5 blockchain projects I'm very proud about. I'm here as the CEO of CoinFluence, and yeah, I'm proud to be here, and I salute all our great community.
Great, we're glad to have you here as well. So next up, would you like to talk about how did you get the name of your project? So like the origin of it, and what are your missions and what are the vision of CoinFluence?
Sure, I'll start, and then Adrian can kind of fill in the blanks for whatever I forget there. But yeah, CoinFluence is kind of a bit of a play right on the term influencer. The idea here is fundamentally to make sure that blockchain projects, so we're not necessarily just talking about crypto projects, right? But it's the idea is that blockchain projects, particularly really interesting ideas around decentralized apps, a variety of things, have a platform to be able to start to get recognized out there in the community, so that you've got someone in a corner of the globe that has access to a keyboard and is really smart with a great idea. They can actually have a community that can raise that project up to be able to generate awareness about it. So it's about bringing influencers around really cool, really good blockchain ideas, no matter what type of app or idea that happens to be. Adrian, anything you want to add there?
So as John said, we want to reach billions of people. So basically, we're gathering up a very good and elite team of influencers. We're aiming at around 100,000 influencers to help us boost confidence and, of course, all the great blockchain projects that will come along. Because this is just our first phase. We're an ICO, but we're going to be a launchpad for future blockchain projects. So yeah, stay tuned.
Great, great. So yeah, that was pretty much like an overview about CoinFluence, right? So next up, I would like to know that well, other than you two, is there like a team, like any other member from your team, and what are they working for? What are their positions, and how did you guys come up with this whole idea of CoinFluence?
So on the team side, I mean, I guess
Basically.
as Adrian said, I'm the old guy. Clearly, I'm
Mm-hmm.
the and I'm Canadian, so don't hold that against me. But I'm over here in Canada, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we've got a team. The entire team, a lot of them are noted on the website. So there's sort of Adrian and myself that kind of are spearheading from an executive level, and then we've got a legal team. We've got a really good marketing team, an amazing dev team that are constantly iterating and improving the application. Because as we all know, right, and as Adrian and I have learned intimately over the last 4 weeks or so, you don't always get it right the first time. You make mistakes. So we just recently airdropped tokens to our original investors because we had to change the smart contract, right? And stuff like that happens when you're building something up. So Adrian, what about sort of some of the origin story of it?
So yeah, as you know, as John said, there are lots of blockchain projects out there, and there are a lot of ideas that can authentically help the world, but they don't have the reach. They don't have the exposure. So basically, we were thinking about something that is not just gonna shed light upon the blockchain for everyone, because everyone wants to be part of the blockchain. Maybe they feel they didn't have the chance, and now they do. We were thinking about something that can help market great ideas, not just in the blockchain projects, NFT as well, or of course any other projects that we feel and or the community feels they might be helping. So basically, we created CoinFluence because we believe people have to have equal chances. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter the budget you have for your idea or for your project. If it's good, then someone will eventually invest in it. So basically, yeah, we're here because we need to be, and we want to help great projects and great people. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, so how did y'all like connect to each other? How did y'all meet and like because I mean I can tell that you're like a part away far away from each other right now because of the COVID situation. But yeah, I mean before that, like how did you get to know about each other like in the first place?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a great question. I mean, I think it's just sort of the generally circulating around different projects and collaborating on different things. You kind of end up. I refer to it as collisions, right? You kind of
Mm-hmm.
collide with like-minded people and individuals,
Mm-hmm.
and one day you collide with someone and they go, "Man, I got this idea. Why don't we look at putting some of this together?" And then when you have gaps in the team, fortunately, these days, you're able to go and reach out on platforms, even like Upwork, for example, and say, hey, we need this particular skill set. But fortunately, I mean, most of the core skills sets that we needed, we had people in our Rolodex or in our phone contacts, right? That we were able to reach out and tap.
Right. Well, I think Adrian is a little bit lagging. So, yeah, I think that was pretty much answered the question. So, what are the services and like the products that CoinFluence have been offering and in the past, and also like what else would you want to bring to the world in the future that would please your users?
Yeah. So I mean, some of the so when you ask what are the projects we've been offering in the past, are you
The
referring to
products, yeah.
like different projects that we've had, or
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can say that.
yeah? So I mean, we've been in, and some of the team have been involved in a couple of different projects previously. But one of the projects, the thing about those particular projects was, you're always battling for that share of voice out there, right? Of being able to get the people, the followers, the promotions that you want, because there's some projects, it's just sort of, okay, whatever the hottest token is today, let's get in on that. Let's get it all pumped up, and then the tokenomics work so that someone dumps it and everyone loses their money. Well, we didn't want to be that, right? What we wanted to do was to build an app, to build a platform. And because we'd seen so much of that going on, it was like, all right, that's what we want to offer people. We want to offer people the ability to get into some of these early projects without it having to be the wild, I'll use the Wild West of ICOs all the time. And by saying, okay, we can take this small, or this app idea, we can put it on here to an existing group of influencers. They can decide to take and put CFLU against it and support that project. Then we're also at the same time working with the community to vet and dox the product as well, to make sure that whatever that project is going to be, right, that it's going to, we're going to give it and the people that are supporting it the best chance at it being a success.
Great. So since you like have so many projects that you like you want to support like in their first stage, did you I mean, I know you've had quite a lot of success ones that have been launched, but like was there any project that was like considered a failure, because you had like some obstacles on the way of supporting that project, and like yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, would you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that there's any projects that were like a failure. I certainly haven't had any, like, no projects where I have to go back and or the team has to go back and look at investors and say, oops, we lost your money, sorry. That's not the case. We've certainly had projects where I would say it's a failure to launch type of scenario, where you think you got the right idea and you get it out there, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, that wasn't such a good idea after all. So you don't really get it off the ground. And I would say that, right, I would say that there's been lots of that. And that's one of the reasons, one of the inspirations for CoinFluence. It's because it's a launch pad, right? It's
right.
Okay, get this. And sometimes it might just be, I mean, a great example is over the time is I've kind of, you end up meeting some individuals that it is just them and their keyboard. And they might be in a part of the world where they have very little access to investment or resources. They might not even have their own bank account. But yeah, they've got a really cool idea and they just need a little bit of help, right? They just need to be able to get the project set up so that it can have an opportunity to launch. So hopefully the goal here is, with all the little projects that end up on the CoinFluence platform, is that they do get launched. I mean, will there be ones that fail to launch? Absolutely, right? There definitely will be. But the main objective here is that most of those projects will get some support. They'll get to see the light of day, and the community will give them the expertise that a lot of these founders don't have, right? Help them not make the mistakes we've made, I guess, is the way of looking at it.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah. I mean, I love to hear that, even if you have any obstacles or difficulties on the way, you still, trying to find a solution and, get over all of that and got all your projects launched. So that is a really great accomplishment of you guys. Well, next up, apart from your project, which is like your products, and services, I know you have a tokenomics, model. So would you like to tell the audience about that a little bit, and your tokenomics distributions, and do you think it was distributed wisely for like all the numbers and all of that and all the users?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So do we have, oh, Adrian, there you are.
Okay, I'm here. Sorry.
You're back. So why don't you take the tokenomics question there?
Okay. So yeah, as we said, so we're giving 65% of all the total tokens we issued. We issued 1 billion tokens, and we're giving 65% to the community. That means we are giving 650 million to the community in 100 phases. So basically, right now we're on second phase. We're giving away 100 million to the team because we believe team should be focused and they should act as investors as well, because this is the proper mindset for every team member. It's their project as well as it's the investors' project. We're having 100 million tokens for marketing and growth because, of course, when you're building an ecosystem and you have to be fully sustainable, this is what you have to do. And 150 million tokens we're gonna be giving to the investors, the seed investors, and all the investors that come along, and of course the supporters we have, and I want to thank them because they fully believe in this project as well. So yeah, this is our tokenomics. John, if you want to add something more.
Well, I think the one thing, Kristen, that I could perhaps just add into there is the 10% tax or transaction tax. That's not part of the overall tokenomics, but it's an important component in the plan, and that's because every transaction that's made will be set up so that you've got about 4% of each transaction going to liquidity. So 4% of that 10% tax, 4% liquidity, 4% is distributed back to the holders based on their stake, and 2% really is all about going back into marketing and continuing to grow the platform. So that is done also too. So there's going to be really an encouragement there for users to look at holding their tokens in the projects that they're trying to support, as opposed to trading those tokens out. And that really helps. I think it's going to help us drive and build the value of those tokens overall for the community.
Okay. So apart from the distributions and all the numbers like that, what are the token utilities that you guys have for the CFLU. Like how does it apply to all of your services and all the other projects that you guys had so far?
So basically, as we said, the CFLU is an utility token because we're a launchpad for other blockchain projects. So further on, when we will market the projects that come to the CoinFluence, if you want to invest in them, you have to use CFLU. So basically, you're buying CFLU to be able to invest in our incredible blockchain projects from now on. So yeah, this is how we see CFLU as an utility token and as as a way of investing in future blockchain projects that are going to be promoted on our platform.
Yeah, it's almost like when you're thinking about this as well as thinking of it, you've got CFLU and you're staking it to a project on the Launchpad platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a stake. So that is the token. You can stake it against those projects, and as those projects progress and proceed, and there's activity around it, then that's going to bring you back the return on those.
Great. Yeah, thank you for all of that information from both of you. Yeah, I really learned more about the CFLU and like the CoinFluence project as a whole. So would you like to give me maybe about like three selling points that would make your project that seem more appealing other than other projects out there? And yeah, what would like convince the investor to invest in your project for the long term?
So I'll start with that, Adrian, and then you can kind of jump in. Yeah, I think that one of the key things for investors right now, as it is with any of these projects, is this real, right? Is what we're doing here real? So the transparency and trust component, we've tried to be and will continue to be extremely transparent about what we're doing, right? So some investors have said, come on, you're in phase 2 and you don't have enough followers or you don't have enough of this. Well, that is all going to change very quickly. As we all know, it can happen very fast as we start to come out with some of the new marketing initiatives this week and next week. But the core thing is every time along all of the iterations or pivots that we've had to make over the last couple of months is we've been very transparent about it. So we've got a YouTube channel called the CoinFluence. I kind of go on there every day for 5 minutes and we talk about what's happening. We are very transparent in the CoinFluence Telegram group and engage and ask questions. So that transparency is what builds the number one thing that makes a project successful, in my opinion, and that's trust, right? If people trust in it and go, okay, these guys, let's give them the money, they're going to make something happen and build something useful, then they're going to want to come aboard. And that's, I think, one of the biggest differences. You get a team that's committed to making it happen and keeping it transparent along the way. Adrian?
Yeah, you said it. You said it very well, John. Because at the end of the day, you have to be credible. And the thing is, people see our commitment, and people see we're always trying to do our best and satisfying their needs. And we're transparent because, to be honest, it's been hard, and we made mistakes, as John said as well. So we're doing our best, and we're listening to the community, and we're implementing the best ideas, and yeah, we develop as we go. So we're not the standard ICO. We're developing as we go, and this is very important. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I would love to hear about all of that more. So, since you all mentioned that the key point to a project success is through the trust of your users. So how would your project security system works to guarantee that, to guarantee the trust and, your wallet, your user's wallet and your user's trust to CoinFluence?
Sure. So I mean, obviously on the best practices side, we're doing things like let's get the smart contract audited, right? The first smart contract we did the audit. There were some issues. Users went out and pointed out a couple of issues, right? When they checked out the smart contract and looked through things, some of the more experienced users, I'll just give you one example. We made a mistake and didn't realize that there was not a restriction for them to trade it early on a couple of dexes, and we found the token on PancakeSwap. Well, that's clearly it was a mistake. That's not what we wanted to do. Users pointed that out, and then also when you're doing the contract audit and posting it, that's what shows people that you're on top of this and you're doing this in a transparent way. So the thing with those initial smart contract issues is some people might have just rolled up the rug and said, oh, sorry, away we go. But not us, right? We wanted to say back to the community, okay, we've made a mistake. We see the mistake. And here's how we're going to resolve it. We're going to give you all of the tokens that you invested in, right? Plus, hey, we're going to give you an extra 20%. So we're going to airdrop that all out to you for the new smart contract. And now some people said, oh, well, you were going to go and list on September the 17th, which was our original date. We were going to list on PancakeSwap on September the 17th. But when we issued the new smart contract, in fairness to all the original investors that truly are investing in it because it's a project, right? There's some people that are investing in it because they want to invest it and they're going to try to sell it the minute that it goes. And they put $28 in and they want to change that to, a whopping $60 or something like that. Well, in our particular case, it wouldn't have been fair for the investors that are putting thousands and thousands of dollars into this project to then go and put it on a DEX on the 17th of September. So we did say that, look, we're going to, when we launch the new contract, this is going to be, it's 100 days. So we've got 100 days to close up to 100 phases. And we changed it to November 17th. Did we get some blowback on that? Absolutely, right? Do people complain? Tell me, Kristen, do people complain in crypto land?
A lot.
Yeah, exactly. So you get a lot of noise from the fudders and the fear, that uncertainty, the doubt. They just want to cast it all over the place. But it's like, hey, you know what? This is what it is, and we're being fair. We're being transparent to everyone, and that's what you got to do.
Right, because like there are a lot of like scam project out there, and users wouldn't know which one to trust in. So you just gotta make sure that you follow the your original plan, and just make sure that everything works right. So that is like one way to show that your project is transparent enough that you're trustworthy to all the users out there. So yeah, I think that's a really good answer from you. Well, right now we'll move on to the part where we talk about your roadmap. So how has the business going? And how did you face any challenges in your past quarters? Or what are the next moves? What are the next goals in your roadmap? And would you like to share about that?
Okay, so the project had a slow start because, to be honest, in ICOs, this is how we go. So basically, the first phase, the second phase, don't go to as planned, because you have to create a community, you have to create the fuss, you have to create awareness. But yeah, we're gaining momentum, and we're proud to say we've finished phase one. We're almost 45% done with the second phase. And yeah, we're adding 3 celebrities on board. So basically, this is going to be a huge blow on the marketing side. So we're proud to say we've managed that, and yeah, that will create not just awareness and not just brand awareness. To be honest, it will create a more. It will make the project more interesting, more appealing, and it will, of course, add more trust in the project. So this is as per the marketing plans. Of course, we're doing MEAs. 2, 3 per week, hopefully. We're having giveaways. John is the host of a MacBook Pro giveaway that happened almost once every 2 days, John, right? And yeah, so this is our plan. To be honest, you can end the phase in just one day, or maybe just maybe end 2 or 3 phases in one day. It's just about the community. It's just about reaching out to the people you need on board. So when we do that, because I'm positive we'll do that, then yeah, it's gonna be great. And I think we're gonna reach 100 phases sooner than 17th of November, right, John?
Absolutely. And Kristen, so in addition to that marketing piece of what Adrian was just talking about, then there's also the, I guess, really the technology piece as well. I mean, right now, from a technology perspective, the users are able to kind of come on board, and they're able to make their wallet purchase with MetaMask or with Trust Wallet, and they're able to log in to if they create an affiliate account with us, they're able to log in and kind of see information and see their referrals, right? Which a key component of this is going to be that whole referral piece. So right now, when you come in and register, you get a referral link, which means that anyone that's created an account using your referral link, you're going to get a 20% bonus on anything that they actually invest. So it's a great opportunity for influencers out there to monetize their existing audience, right? Like, heck, you guys should have an affiliate code with us, so you guys can, BSC Army can have all kinds of CFLUs, right, to invest and trade and develop. So
Of course, yeah.
That's the key thing, is to make sure that people are logging in, getting those affiliate links, so that then they're getting a piece of anything that people are coming into. Now, the other component of the technology roadmap is between now and, I mean, we're in constant development mode. So the last month or so has been a lot of focusing in on addressing the issues of the smart contract, making sure that is moving smoothly. I can tell you right now, the development team would love to not have to do anything on the smart contract and to start working on things like the actual Launchpad platform and those types of things. So you'll start to see in that dashboard, you'll start to see us rolling out new elements of the actual application, so that there will be technology there that people can start to play with. And then, of course, in addition to finding influencers, we're going to start to have to get recommendations coming in for what are the blockchain projects you want to see here, right? And getting those up and on board. So lots of exciting things to come.
You know, on my script right now, I was about to ask about the marketing strategy and like how would you attract your users and all that. But I mean, since you both answered that so well in the last question, so I think there's no need to mention that here. Yeah, thank you for all of that information, John and Adrian. So right now we would love to move on right into the second part of this live AMA, which is the Q&A, where are like the exciting questions that we get to pick from our audience. So before that, let's take a few minute break to watch our amazing, appealing introduction video from CoinFluence, shall we?
projects moon? It's because they're solid projects with great fundamentals and utilities, not just a doxed group of founders that went to Harvard or something.
Or perhaps they're friends with Vitalik, or have the backing of several VCs. Not quite. It boils down to the influences and the conversation a project can generate.
We know the best projects are not necessarily the most popular, but they should be.
At CoinFluence, we're looking to change the dynamics for projects that get the most attention by creating our own coin, the CFLU token.
To house the largest single group of crypto influencers.
Using the momentum we create our own project to drive other well-deserved projects into the limelight.
We would be the influencer launchpad for projects that deserve attention, starting with ours.
So join the ICO for the project which is looking to give life to others as we race to onboard 100,000 influencers across media platforms.
We exist to help great projects moon.
Yep, that was pretty much about it. So yeah, right now I'll be choosing 5 of the best questions from our community for you both here. So I see a lot of interesting questions and like a lot of detailed questions for you guys here. So I hope you guys can, handle that pretty well. For the first one, I am wondering that how could you build a community of 100K plus influencer to generate exposure?
Good question, Elizabeth.
I know, right? That was really, really harsh to start.
That's the core of this whole thing is how are we going to build this 100,000 influencers? So, I mean, really, the marketing plan is over the course of the next couple of weeks, you'll see us doing more and more of this, right? You'll also see us doing more and more co-promotion or co-branding with some other key influencers and celebrities. There is a Guess the Celebrity contest going on our website right now, where we're looking at onboarding 3 celebrities that have some larger amounts of exposure. But the key thing about the influencer piece is what we were talking about, right? Is that affiliate link. So once we get the users coming in, then really they're coming in, most of them are coming into our Telegram channel and our Twitter channels. And then they're investing because, hey, maybe they want a chance to win a MacBook Pro. Maybe they want a chance to guess who the next star is going to be. And then when they're doing that and creating their account, well, now they've got their influencer link, right? So I'm flashing. Why am I flashing? I don't know. It's like I've got a disco light on. So they're looking for that link to then start to promote it themselves and earn those bonuses. So I think that's one of the things that is really going to drive the growth of influencers. And when you start to have 100,000 influencers coming in that want to get other influencers in, so they're getting a 20% bonus, it just kind of keeps rolling.
Right. So Adrian, do you want to add anything to that? Okay, I think he is disconnected.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that pretty much sums up like the whole project of CoinFluence and like the ultimate goal of it, right? So yeah, I think you handled that quite well. That was honestly, that was a really difficult question to start with, but yeah, you handled that pretty well. So yeah, I think that we should move on to the next one right here. Could you tell us the difference between your affiliate marketing system with the traditional affiliate marketing system? What is your solution to innovate it?
So I wouldn't say it's actually that there isn't a lot of difference between our system and a traditional affiliate system, right? I think the difference is that we're bringing the traditional affiliate system into the blockchain space. So when you look at affiliate marketing, right, generally with affiliate marketing, you've got a unique code, a unique link, and you're earning based on either your referrals or your purchases through. In our particular case, what's going to be so unique about this is that you're going to be earning CFLU. And the interesting thing is that, well, as CFLU appreciates in value, like it means you're making money on your money, right? Because that just doesn't happen in a regular affiliate system. And in a regular affiliate system, right? Maybe I get 20 bucks per lead or per sale or something like that. Well, that's 20 bucks in. Well, here, if you're getting 20% CFLU and CFLU continues to appreciate, then all of that equity that you've brought in, heck, you've got it, right? You're going to keep benefiting from it. So it's almost like an investment affiliate system in some ways, right?
Yeah, so like you just keep like growing from, you know, what you already have, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, that was another pretty good answer for our community questions as well. So for the third one, what is your token user's case and how it could generate profit to long-term investors?
Excellent question. So, yeah, I mean, the use case, sort of what Adrian had said previously, is that CoinFluence is a utility token, and for the investors, it's designed so that you can use the token to stake it against other blockchain or interesting blockchain projects. And as that token is moved around and exchanged with that 10% tax, then not only is there going to become
this is the price 0.4.
I think we're getting a lag on Adrian there.
Yeah.
So
well, I think you continue.
Of course. Sorry. Okay, sorry guys. First of all, I'm very sorry because I don't have a very good stable connection. So if I drop out, or sorry for that. So I was responding to the third question. So Richard asked us how CFLU could generate profit on long-term investors. So basically, as John and I said, using CFLU. So basically, if you want to invest, you have to have CFLU. CFLU increases in price in every single phase. So the price for CFLU on first phase was 0.007, and now it's increased on 0.0084. So basically, we're going to add value to the CFLU every single phase we get through. So of course, when you're an early investor, that means at the end of the ICO, when we're going to list the CFLU on PancakeSwap, then yeah, you're going to have 20x percent and 20% more of your invested sum in CFLU. Of course, as I said, having the CFLU lets you invest in the future.
All right, I think we may have lost him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
they're gonna be online on our.
Adrian, buddy, listen, I hate to do this to you, but I think we got to cut you off because of the connection there. So Kristen, I'll try to help with the other questions while we go.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Please continue what you were saying. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the world of internet is not always fair to all of us, right?
Yeah.
Not distributed equally.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, please continue what you were saying earlier about the third question.
Oh, right. So we were talking, I mean, about the long term, and I think Adrian was kind of along the same lines here. Is that not only do you have that 10% tax happening, so that's going to be increasing the value because it's obviously a fixed number of tokens that have actually been issued. But then you also have the fact that if you're staking against a project, and then that project is successful, and we're looking at trading that out to get that monetized and to get that project spun off into a successful startup, that's going to just continue to increase the value because now you've got to take the CFLU, convert it, and that just drives up the overall value of CFLU as well. So long-term investors that kind of come in and look at this as, okay, I want to stake and keep moving with these couple of good projects, then overall, they're just going to keep seeing the CFLU grow and grow. And occasionally you're going to have some that want to go and jump off and want to get themselves some liquidity, which is fine, right? I mean, we all have to expect that, but we've certainly put this in place so that you can't have a mass exodus of people. That just doesn't make sense for anybody,
Right.
and for the investors. Like if you come in at stage 50, then I mean you don't want to be or stage 100. You're not going to sell. You're not going to exchange until we're well past the value of stage 100. So.
Yeah, well, that was a lot of details, to take in at once. But yeah, I think your answer pretty much, solved the users and like the community concern as well. So yeah, thank you for that, John. Next up, I see one question right here saying that I see that you decided 15% for seed investors and supporters. When will they receive tokens and how many tokens in each batch?
Excellent question. So so the seed investors basically will start to receive tokens after the listing occurs, but those tokens are going to be reverse vested, so that you're not going to have the seed investors get all their tokens at once. And we really have a very limited number of seed investors. And when I say limited, I'm talking like it's less than the number of fingers on one of my hands. So when you're talking about that type of thing, then you've got people that are committed to the project itself, right? And they're very committed to the project because right now, in most cases, all the development, all of the marketing, all of that stuff that's been done to date is coming out of those investors' pockets to make the project a success. And by reverse vesting that, it means that, I mean, they've got to be in this for a 24-month period, basically post that ICO listing, to really be able to start to look at shuffling and exchanging those tokens, right? And that applies to even with the tokens that are with the team. So any tokens that are assigned, that 10% piece that are assigned to the team. So let's think of this as 25% overall between seed investors and the team are reverse vesting. So it's not like, oh, here's 25% and you can go and exchange them. You can't, right? It's going to be gradually doled out so that everyone is committed to the success of the project.
Great. Yeah, like all the hard questions come in when you start seeing numbers and like names. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this person has done a lot of research about CoinFluence so that they have to like come up with this amazing question for you to answer. But yeah, I think you handled that pretty well as well. Well, I think right now we're reaching the last question for our live today. Which is, okay, IDOs made it easier to raise funds, but it also came with a downside. how does CoinFluence help slower and less knowledgeable users to invest properly? I think this question, pretty much like other project need this question as well, because this is like a really common problem that we face.
Yeah, I mean IDOs, the initial DEX offerings are an interesting phenomenon because I mean they were kind of supposed to address some of the issues of ICOs doing rug pulls and that type of thing. But the reality is, right, as we've all seen, you put an IDO out there and it sells out in 5 minutes, and it sells out at a ridiculous amount.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? Like, so we've seen some that are 7 minutes, 10 minutes, and they raise $20 million. It's like,
right.
What? Right? So really, the challenge with those then also becomes that if you're trying to position an IDO and the token or the concept that you're positioning on there is one where you're trying to say, oh, we're a DAO, right? We're a decentralized autonomous organization. Well, you're not all that decentralized when all of the power of the decision making went to a couple of key investors that bought 15 million of your $20 million offering, right? They have all the power. They have the majority of the 60%. So yes, for small investors, this is a problem because A, they don't really understand the IDO space. And with CoinFluence and CFLU, the reason why we chose an ICO and the reason why we chose 100 phases, right, is that we can pace it out. So people look at us and go, oh, you're only in phase 2. Well, we're going to grow very quickly, but you know what? It's fair. Some people got into phase 1 for $28 US. And they got in for $28 US. They got 5,000 CFLU, which also is a ballot for a MacBook Pro. And if they were really lucky, they got a MacBook Pro for $28 US because they won if they won the draw. But I don't know if that's the case. But there's the thing is that people can come into this and it's not like we're a freight train coming at you in the tunnel where you've got to make a decision, jump on or jump off. Things will pick up very, very quickly with this, but it will be at a pace where the average user can participate. And then even once we get listed and we go into the actual operating side of what we're going to be, is that people can come in, can get CFLU, can stake against really cool blockchain projects that they can wrap their head around, right? So they can come in, they can get their access to CFLU on an exchange, then they can come in and they can invest against cool blockchain projects and make money that way as well, as opposed to having to go out and try to understand. I mean, who knows? By next year, maybe there's 250,000 coins out there. We just don't know. But now you could come in to CoinFluence and go, oh, here's a cool project that these guys are all getting behind. And hey, you know what? It's approachable for us. And we're going to look at putting together some like CoinFluence, let's call it CoinFluence Academy, and some other opportunities to educate users so that people that are maybe a little scared of this stuff can participate.
Right. Yeah, I see that was a really descriptive and detailed answer for our last question, and it's also really a good way to end this section. But yeah, I can see clearly that like your vision and like your mission of CoinFluence and like how it's going forward. So yeah, that's a really good way to run this whole project, right? Yeah. Well, I hope that like all of your goals.
Well, I don't know if I'm still live here or not, but I seem to have lost Kristen. If I'm still live, okay, I'm still live. I can do a dance. Tell you more about I'll tell you a little bit about more about CoinFluence while I'm waiting for our hosts to come back. And one of the really cool things that you're going to start to see this week is on our homepage at coinfluence.org. I strongly suggest you go on over and visit that and check out our contest for Guess the Celebrity. Check that out because there's some great opportunities in there and some cool celebrities. Kristen, you're back. I've been killing time.
Like I'm so sorry.
Okay,
yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I got kicked out like that.
Yeah, you got exited stage left. Like a big...
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think you filled up that gap pretty well. That was a really good move of you. So yeah, I really appreciate it.
I was doing a little dance, and then I realized that I was still live, so we're all good.
Okay, great. Were you finished with your little performance?
Oh, here we go. All right, now I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, great. So I think we pretty much covered quite enough about the project, right? I think that was all like the concerns and like all the questions from community have been solved by your amazing answer and your performance, John. So thank you for that. Right now we're pretty much done with the two main sections of our life, which is the in life and in life giveaway and the first part. So yeah, right now we're moving on to the last exciting part of the AMA, which is the pre-live giveaway announcement. So this is where we'll have the little wheel and we will like pick our 5 random lucky winners. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, so 5 winners, yes. Okay, let's shuffle it up and then start. Oh, okay, we have our 5 lucky winners. Yep, so about Yep, so these 5 winners will get the reward total of 100 USDTs, and combined with the first giveaway, which is the in-life giveaway, will be 200 USDTs for those with.
All right, we got to get rid of that. There's one in there. One of the winners is the CoinFluence. I think that's us.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you want to CoinFluence from the list of winners?
Well, if you okay, so yeah, we have another one. Yeah, so this is the complete list.
We can't win ourselves. That's just not fair. If I had known, if I had known, I would have entered.
Me too. Honestly, me too. Okay, so yeah, this is a complete list of our 5 winners for the pre-live giveaway. And all of the instructions and how to claim your reward will be posted on our BSC Army Twitter account later after this live. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to look into that section. Well, John, I think that was pretty much a really great talk with you today. And I think it's time for us to, close up the fun. And do you have anything left to say to our lovely audience right now?
Oh, well, listen, thanks everyone for tuning in. Adrian and I certainly really enjoyed being here. I know Adrian feels bad that his internet connection was timing in and out on him, but hey, that happens. And congratulations to our 70,000 CFLU winners. That's awesome. It will be great once you claim, get your account set up, and come on in as a new influencer. Get more people coming in so that you get 20% bonuses, and let's get this show on the road. Let's keep it all happening.
Great. Yeah, I'm so happy to have you and Adrian here, even though Adrian can't say the goodbye to our audience. But yeah, I think that was a really huge pleasure to getting to know and talk with you guys today. So guys, don't forget to join our Telegram group, BSC Army, and our Twitter account to know more about the bounty program. And for more keep up for the updated news every day about highlighted projects, crypto news, and Marvel ideas from our project. So yeah, thank you all for staying tuned until the end of this live. I'd love to see you more in the next video. So for now, say goodbye.
Bye, everyone.